crochet business, ladies and gentlemen. It's so great to have you here this morning. Um, we are going to be talking about labeling products, why I think it will help you improve your profits and get your name out there a little bit more. So, um, yeah, I'm glad you're here. Who's here? Let's see. If you're joining us this morning, let me know where you're tuning in from. Let me know what you're up to with your business. Are you getting ready for craft fairs? Are you getting ready for busy season? And please don't mind the hammering. I didn't look at the flies in here. They're working on our house and I don't want to tell them to stop. So I'm so glad that you're here. If you're a designer and you're thinking product labels aren't for me, stick around because I think you should have product labels as well. Even if you're a designer, you're not selling your products. I think product labels are for you, and we will get a little bit into that in just a moment. So, tuning in from Lowell, Mass. I almost went to University of Lowell. Is it Lowell? Yeah, University of Lowell. Anyway, let's see. Hello, Massachusetts. DC opened her Etsy shop. Good job. All right. This is our topic today, how to increase profits with branded product labels. For those of you who don't know or you're tuning in the first time, my name is Pam Grice, the Crochetpreneur. I am a crochet designer, product seller, and business coach. My mission is to help 100,000 women find financial freedom through crochet. So if that's you, if you're trying to boost your business, make more profits, you're in the right place. And thanks for tuning in. If you're watching the replay, would you just put a comment down and let us know you're watching the replay for those of you that tune in later? Okay, let's get down to it. Branded product labels. So we are specifically talking branded product labels as differentiated from compliance or information labels. So we're not talking about labels that tell you how to wash your products or what is in your products or any warnings, flammability warnings, those kinds of things you might have on there. We're specifically talking about labels that let people know who made this product, who is it from. So why I believe product labels will help you increase profits. And I truly do. So first is the increased perceived value. So I will tell you, the reason I started adding product labels to my products was when my hat went viral and I was selling the pattern and I was selling the physical product. I was charging $70 for a hat just because I was having to pay a bunch of people to make hats for me, and I was doing a lot of administrative stuff, and I was trying to slow down sales. But at the same time, I didn't want them to stop. And I had to think about all these people who are buying my pattern many of them are making it to then sell. And how do I differentiate my product from theirs? Why would they want to buy from me instead of them? And so I thought if I put a branded label on that product, they'll be able to say, oh, it was made by Made with a Twist, the person who designed this fun hat. So I started putting labels on it, and I was finding, sorry, I don't know if you can see the fly running around, living on a farm. Anyway, people were buying my hats for $60, $70 rather than buying them for $20 from someone else because it was a Made with a Twist original. And some people just want branded items, right? I mean, people are willing to pay more for a brand like Nike or Gucci or Coach or whatever. Like, just think about what you're wearing right now and how many of the products that you're wearing, if you're not in t-shirts and sweatpants, even though your sweatpants might be branded and your t-shirts, how many of the products that you're wearing right now have a brand label on the outside of that product? For me, my jeans, I'm sure, have a branded label on them, and my sneakers, I have New Balance sneakers on. So sometimes I wear Ray-Ban glasses, and they have the Ray-Ban right here on the side. T-shirts, Under Armour, Nike, Polo, all of those, they put labels on their products for a reason. And that reason is brand awareness, right? Just to let people know, like, this is our product. Get to know our name. The more people see a name, the more awareness there is. They're more likely to buy from them. And free marketing. So when you add a label to your products, more and more people will learn about who you are. They might check out they might type in your domain name. If you don't have a website, I hope that you at least have your domain name and have it redirected to your Etsy shop or whatever shop you have, so that people can simply type in your business name.com and find your shop. So I suggest that you do that. But these are the reasons I think that putting a branded label on your product will increase the perceived value, the brand awareness, and you'll get free marketing and you will get increased profits, which is always the goal, right? Increase profits while also giving a great product to your customers. So I love branded labels. All right. And the last reason, and this is the reason I think that it's great for designers as well, is when you put a label on your products, you automatically watermark, in quotes, watermark your photos with your brand. So this is good for sellers and designers. So when you take a photo of your product and it has a branded label on it, automatically your watermark, it's not a watermark, it's actually a label with your logo or your brand name on it, is right there on your photo. So no one can mistake who the owner of this photo is. So I really love it for Instagram and for designers to increase awareness of their brand through their Instagram photos, through their product listings on Etsy. All of those things will have your brand name right there for people to see. It's a great way to get your name out there. Okay. Before we go into kind of considerations you need to think about before you purchase, before you purchase your labels, there are some things you need to think about. And before we get into that, if you are finding this helpful, if you find any of Crochetpreneur videos helpful, please, please, please hit the subscribe button. And then hit the bell. So then you're notified anytime I upload videos. Right now we do videos every Monday, and that will be increasing. I'm hoping to do at least 2 videos a week, one live and one recorded. And so I want you to be able to get notified when I upload those recorded videos. So hit the subscribe button and also hit the like button right now as you're watching so that more and more people will be told about this video on YouTube. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. All right, things to think about. As you're selecting what product labels you want to put on your own products, first thing we're going to think about is what material that you would like to use. So the most common ones I see are, did I spell suede wrong? It looks really weird to me. The most common ones are wood, leather, or faux suede, cork, and fabric. Actually, I had a hard time finding any pictures. I put out a request saying, hey, show me the photos of your product labels, and I didn't have anybody using cork. But cork is a great renewable product. So if you want to use cork for your labels, go ahead and do that. I started out using wood because that was the only thing that was available back in 2016 when I started with labels. But now I use faux leather. I like it better than wood now because it is washable. You could wash the wood, but it will likely split as it dries and make it really brittle. So I prefer not to use wood anymore. I use mostly faux leather for my products. So think about what leather would work best. Are your products going to be washable? Then you should get a label that's also washable. Fabric has kind of gone out of fashion, except for labels that are going on the inside. But on the outside, typically what you're going to see is faux leather, or faux suede, wood, or real leather. Okay, the next consideration is the application. Do you want to take the time to sew on your labels? Would you prefer to use the rivet method, which is actually 2 screws that you put one in the front and you screw in the back? Super easy. They go on really quickly, so that could save you a lot of time. The only problem I have with those screws, which is what I'm using on some of my labels right now, is those screws, is that if you're wearing a hat and it has that on it and you're out in the cold, that metal will definitely get cold. So you have to think about that. And then they do have iron-on, which is mostly the fabric labels are iron-on. So which way, which way do you want to put your labels on? Do you want to sew? Do you want to screw them on, or do you want to iron them on? Next is size, how it fits on your product. I have found that I need to order several different types of labels depending on the products. So I don't want to have the exact same style of label on all of my products because they don't quite work on all of the products. So as you're looking at your product line, consider, where do I want to put the label? What shape? That's the next one. What size do I want it to be? Do I want it to be like bold and really out there? Do I want it to be just a little embellishment? How do I want to do it? So think about size. You can get them anywhere from 1/4 of an inch to 2 inches or more. So think about how you want it to look on your product. Next is the shape. So shapes that I have seen, and I'm going to show you some pictures in just a moment. There are square, there are small squares, there are big squares, there are circles, ovals, rectangles. So think about what shape would look best on your product. There are those fold over labels that they end up being kind of short and chunky, or they have the long and thin ones. So what would work best on your products? Next is, typically when you order your labels, you will be offered several different colors. I would select one color. So this is just me. I like to select one color and then just get it in the different sizes that I need. But some people have a more colorful business model, and so you can definitely get the pinks, get the blues, and then mix and match them on your products as you see fit. So it just depends on how your business is operated. And then the logo orientation. So something that's important to remember is, how will people be looking at the logo? Will it be sideways? Will it be legible this way? What if they fold their brim up? Will they still be able to read the label? So a lot of times when you order those foldable labels where they fold in the center, you can make it so that your label is upright no matter how they're wearing the hat. So it will be facing upright here, but if they fold up their brim, it'll also be upright on the inside. So think about that as you're ordering your labels. How do you want it to look if they turn their product upside down? So those are the considerations that you need to think about. So let's go take a look at some photos of product labels in action, and you'll see what I mean about the automatic watermark. So here, this is from my Made with a Twist product line. This is just a headband. And so anytime I add a flower onto a product, and I do have several products with flowers, it's kind of a signature that people who come to my craft fairs know that I'm the lady with the flowers on the hats. And so I put this little button in the center of the flower that says Made with a Twist. So these are very small little buttons, but they really do kind of pack a punch when it comes to branding these products. So my little Made with a Twist round buttons. Whoops, I'm going to go take this off. There we go. All right, next we have the rectangular labels. I get my labels, most of my labels I get from all this wood on Etsy. And if you're looking for a label provider, I have put a list in the description of label makers who have been recommended by my folks in the Crochetpreneur Business Academy. So here you see my Made with a Twist logo. It has the logo, it has the mandala on it, and this is the rectangular label. I also have, I thought these were super fun, I just have the mandala logo that's part of my logo on these little buttons, and I add 2 of them onto a hat for like a totally distinct look. I don't see anybody else doing this. So anytime you can think of something that's really unique in the way that you use your labels, I think goes a long way to increasing sales of that product. This is from one of my CBA designers, Rose Designs, and she gets her square tags also from all this wood. So again, these are wood tags, and she just sews them on here at the top and bottom onto her product. And this is great because this product typically doesn't need to be washed, so wood is really appropriate for that. Then we have from Straight Hooked these oval tags that she has on her products. They're super cute. She can have her logo up here and then her written text logo here, and she sews those on as well. Finally, okay, so those are the various sizes of wood, various sizes and shapes of wood labels, and there's more. You can go to any of these shops down in the description and check out all their different offerings. This is from Cozy Rosie. Whoops, where'd it go? There it is, from Cozy Rosie UK. So she has, on this one product, she's got two different labels. One is the printable label that she got from the Knotty Boss. The Knotty Boss has several. You should go check her out because these are beautifully designed. She's a graphic designer. And so these printable labels she has on here to tell people what the product is. And I believe on the back it has kind of your washing instructions and materials and all of that on there. And then she also has this faux leather tag from Make It Personal Co., who is a UK label provider. So if you're in the UK and you're looking for a label provider, this is a good option for you. I also put in the description providers from Canada and Australia. So if you're in any of those places and you want to order locally, there's options for you as well. Okay, next this is the fold over label that I told you about. This is from Katie May Crochet. It's the fold over tags from Archer Knits, and she has those fold over tags using the rivet method. So you can purchase these in the hand sewn method or the rivet method. So whichever one works best for you. These are super cute. I really love these and use them in my own products too. Next is from White Winter Hat Company, long fold over tags from MRM Tags on Etsy. So you can see this is the same, it's one of those fold over tags, but it's a thinner and longer tag, and this is shown on a scarf. Next, also from White Winter Hat Company, is large square tags, and these again are from MRM Tags, and you can see this is hand sewn on. And these square tags, these ones in particular, are 1 3/4 inches by 1 3/4 inches, and they fit perfectly on a brimmed hat. And you can sew them on like this. You can sew them on every other hole. You can sew them on going in a blanket stitch kind of over the edges of the label. However you want to sew them on, you can do that. Then we have these rectangular, whoops, that's me again, rectangular, large rectangular tags from Engrave Me Treasures. This was shared by Lakeview Cottage Kids. You can see, I'm sorry, I had to blow up this image to share it up here. So, but you can see she's just tacked down the corners here, so that would make it easier. And these look to be 2.5 inches wide. Maybe even more, maybe 3 by 2, 3 by 1.5. I don't know, but those are really cute as well to put on brimmed hats. And then finally, this is an example. The next photo is an example of how a designer has used, or a product maker has used, multiple sizes of labels for her entire product line. So you can see here, she has the long, thin ones. She has the short, stocky ones, and then she has the square ones. And so depending on what product she's making and what looks best to her on her products, she has selected different styles. So she's used the sewing method here and then the rivet method on the others. So there's so many options for you out there. I really want to encourage you to take a look around at some of those links down in the descriptions of the various label makers, and find someone who can make labels for you and get labels on your products, and see how your perceived value of your product increases. And don't forget to add the cost of the labels to your price of your products, so it's not costing you extra, but it will make you extra money. All right, I'm going to go take a look at, hi there. I'm going to go take a look at our comments real quick. We're going to try and wrap this up fairly quickly because I have a lot going on outside my door. My brother-in-law is here visiting, and we have a construction crew out there. A lot of things happening. So I'm just going to scroll up and see what questions we might have. Scrolling. I just did my first craft fair Saturday on Facebook and got my first sale. Yay! Signed up for my first in-person in December. Awesome. Who said they love me? That's really sweet. That's a nice way to start the day. Okay. If someone can share a tip on how to change from DC profile to my name or Etsy shop name, that would be great. So that's going to be in your YouTube profile setting. So it actually may be in your Google profile setting. So go into your YouTube account, click on your profile, and see if you can edit your name in there. Hi, Kim. Nike. Crystal is wearing, or Crystal Rock Crochet is wearing Nike. Oh, thank you, Katie. Prada. Awesome. No brand name labels here. I hate branded stuff. So yes, some people do hate branded stuff, but I'm going to tell you right now that the majority of people want to buy branded things. That's why they're everywhere you look. So a lot of times if you go into a Facebook group and you ask other makers, who's using product labels? Should I use product labels? You're going to get a couple of really loud voices saying, don't ever use product labels. People hate them, all of that. But know that it's a smaller percentage of people who don't like product labels, and they can always take the labels off your products, which that's totally their prerogative on the back end. But I think you're going to reach a lot more people. In my experience, you'll reach a lot more people with your branded labels on the outside of your products. And then if they don't like them, they can take them off. But I don't think it will stop anybody from purchasing from you. That's the thing. Oops. Hello. My husband's coming inside. I'm on a video. I'll be done in a couple minutes. Okay. The water might grease and might sway me to do a label. Yep. I think it's a really good reason. So, Kathy uses cork. Suede. See, that's how you spell it. I spelled it wrong. Sorry about that. Let's see. Good twine. So she's using cork that fits her eco brand. So she has an eco-friendly brand, and I think cork is really great for any of you who are focusing on eco-friendly products. And those who are vegan, focusing on vegan leatherette, faux leather, those kinds of things. Would you label Ami? I certainly would. I would probably get a fabric tag that you could fold over and sew into the bottom of, just like a regular stuffed animal that you get from the store has a tag on it. Like think of TY beanies, right? Or TY, yeah, Beanie Babies. Or Ty, is it Ty or TY? Anyway, Beanie Babies always had a label on it, and that's why kids wanted them. They didn't want just a cute stuffed animal. They wanted one with the brand on it, right? So you can create that same excitement with your own Ami products. How would you label Apple Watch bands? You know, I'm not sure. If anybody has any ideas on that, chime in. So you could offer a label or unlabeled work. I was just saying this in my CBA group yesterday, that if I were to offer an option to opt out of the label, I would charge more for that. The reason is that you're getting so much benefit from someone wearing a hat with your label on it, that if someone wants one without a label, it reduces the benefits to you as a maker. So I would, add $1 on, say with no label is $1 more. You don't have to do that. It's just something that I had thought about, so you can consider it. But certainly you can use your variations as you make your listings to say, you can even have people select what kind of label they want. Do they want a big chunky label? Do they want a little fold over label? You could have them select that if you want to go, that far. If you sell various products, clothing and home decor, should you have the same label for consistency, or should the label be what works best for the product? What works best for the product? I think the consistency comes in the color of the label and the fact that your logo is on there. So that's what creates consistency. But I think making it fit the product is more important than having consistency of size. What would you use? I would love to use the label, but have to find labels that would be compliant. Yes, Allison. So because of your niche, you definitely would have to look into all of that stuff. And I would guess that you can do a search for compliant labels. I don't know. To get the label makers from the UK down in the description, I just use a filter in Etsy to, search only in the UK. And you might do that. Type in compliant labels and then put UK so you don't have to purchase from outside the country or outside of your area. See if you can find something. Yeah. What about fiber content, especially? Yeah. So that's different. We're only talking about branded labels right now. So if you're talking about adding fiber content and all of that stuff, I put that on my my little printed hang tags. So the ones that I get printed and put prices on. So I put all of that on that. Would you put a label on a dishcloth? Sure, I would probably put a fabric label on a dishcloth because it would hold up to all that scrubbing. Beam City makes great labels too, Yelena says. Are all the labels you mentioned washable, or should we ask the seller? I would ask the seller before you purchase if you really need. I look like Jamie Lee Curtis. I have heard that my whole life. Hello from Guatemala. I hand stitch the initial of my business and the butt of my Ami. I don't like putting full leather tag on it. That's really cute though. That's a really great idea. It's kind of like the little heart that Raggedy Ann used to have. Raggedy Ann always used to have a hand-stitched heart, and I think that's really cute. Can you engrave your logo or initials on the buckle of the watch strap? That's a good idea. I have a list of UK suppliers. I think 2 of them down in the description, Keely. Yeah, JS Leather Crafts and Make It Personal company shop. All right, so that's what I think about labels. I really love them. I like to put them on there. I like when people, like when I wear them, or my husband is my best advertisement because he'll wear the hang tag on his hat and have people ask him where he got it. And he'll say, my wife makes it. And then he hands out my card. But when you wear your own products, or when other people wear your products, immediately someone can know who made it, and they can know how to find you if you set up your business properly and have a domain name that goes directly to your website or directly to your shop. So whatever your logo says should be what your domain name is, so people can find you. So like for me, Made with a Twist, people can say, oh, I love your hat. Oh, it's made with a twist. They can go to madewithatwist.com, and it helps people to know, like even your buyers, so many times people will buy something on Etsy, and when someone says, where'd you get that? They say, I got it from Etsy. Well, the person they're talking to can look at the hat and be like, oh, it says Made with a Twist. I'm going to go check that out. Rather than I bought it on Etsy, which totally minimizes your part in the process of creating that process or that product. So product labels will really help you get the name of your business out there, market your products, and create that perceived value that comes from branded products. I'm so sorry about the flies, guys. We have cows free ranging on our property, and they bring flies with them. So they're driving me crazy. Look at them. They're just all over the place. Okay. Sorry, it's really embarrassing. My house is going to be ready in a few months. So I told Kevin I was going to put my desk out there in my office now with no walls. But all right, you guys, I'm going to let you go, get back to your day, go do a little bit of shopping, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week. And if you have any more questions, ask them in the comments once this video is posted, and I'll come back later and answer those for you. So thank you so much for tuning in, and we will see you again next Monday morning. Thank you, guys. Bye.